one-sided match, or is there an underdog?
I think Chat's underdog might actually be the favorite on paper here. This Twisted Mind team is for real. But GENG gonna try to make Justin's return to land a prosperous one. We head to the iconic Manfield night for the last time for these two teams in the Swiss stage. Brought to you by Progressive. We kick off our penultimate match here in Swiss. One more to go after this, but first, GENG, Twisted Minds underway.
And that last match was a crazy one. I don't think any one of the talent had picked Team Secret to win that series. They were an underdog big time, but they took down the Ultimates. Will we see more crazy action here? Rise, and then try to push this downfield. Did he get that reset? Didn't look like it.
Lobo has Atomic in support. Atomic right there up against Magic Bear. Here's Rise. Catch, release, into the net, no, off the post and in! Rise hangs with the play and just lulls GENG to sleep.
That was a scrappy goal from Rise. Gets the little touch on the cut. You could see him hit the brakes, waiting for the 50, just trying to play it, and no one challenged him right away, so he was able to stay behind that ball and eventually force it in. Very smart play from Rise, and a quick goal for Twisted Minds.
Lobo and Magic Bear collide at the side. It'll be won by GENG. Cheese now off the crossbar, off the post and in, and Cheese answers right back.
And Cheese, look at him, he gets this touch off the ceiling, goes down, a light touch, keeps it close, stays with the ball, and marches past the entire squad. So bang bang play, GENG right back in it.
Expect nothing less from these two teams. Going to be haymakers thrown back and forth. Justin up to the heavens, easily sent out by Nobo. Now it's Magic Bear. His shot sent out by Nobo as well. What else can he do? He's shoved off the ball by Cheese, and that forces everybody into a bit of a back and forth.
Rise trying to get some breathing room, went for a boom downfield. Another boom up from Atomic. Nupo had to bail out, the ball too far out. Now we see a battle for possession at the midfield. Nupo fakes like he's gonna take it up the wall, slows it down, it's a backward bounce. Justin couldn't get back up in time. Heads up play from Nupo.
Yeah, and Atomic, of course, right where he needed to be. That little delay there to get a clear line to throw it up, bait the defense out, make them commit. He plays around them. 2-1 the lead now for Twisted Minds. We got a shootout brewing here at Manfield. Off the ensuing kickoff, Cheese gets it right back.
What is this? Stacks the same thing over and over. We see off kickoff, 2 go. Cheese there to pick it up. A very small touch. Rise was waiting for the shot instead of going for the 50 right away. And Cheese was able to weave it right around him. So despite Twisted Minds getting these goals, get these quick kickoff goals, and we might see another one. Justin pressing. Did see a double commit there from Twisted Minds, but now a shot slotted lower corner.
Cheese is in net here, and he thinks he's got it all sized up. And then all of a sudden, nope, right past Magic Bear, and he can't react in time. And so Twisted Minds take the lead again.
I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen on this kickoff. And it is back to Magic Bear, who's got a lot of boost. Tried to catch it with a reset, but the ball went too far out. Now Nupo going for a 50 as well. Demo from behind. See another quick shot. Saved there. Twisted Minds having the initiative most of this game, but now we see patience from Cheese, who scored both goals for GENG so far.
Yeah, one technically with some help from Justin, and the other all by his lonesome. That's dropped down in front, and Cheese has it deflected away from him. Now Justin trying to set her down. Cheese on the doorstep, but he can't dive in. Timing not quite there for GENG. Got another opportunity. Justin has 2 to beat, and he can't get by the first one. Rise.
Cheese looking for the backboard, but Rise with low boost, make sure it doesn't bounce for him. Cheese does land a bump. And now Magic Bear Demo at the midfield gives Justin some space to work with. Justin, though, that flip reset pushed the ball too far away, and Rise able to hit this ball out to the corner and grab the boost, but another demo from Justin. Lots of aggression coming out of GENG.
Novo putting his ones instincts to work as well. Saw Cheese was coming in for the contact. Realized he had to drive up the wall, get around him, and still be in position to play the ball. There's still an oncoming attacker. Now Cheese off the post and in transition. Give Cheese a hat trick as he tries to just about single-handedly will GENG into this game.
Oh man, that one was a perfect shot from Cheese. Nice dime over to him as well to set up that power shot. GENG hanging with Twisted Minds, blow for blow.
This has been impressive. So much on the line here in round 5. Tournament life at stake for both these squads. Kind of figured there was a chance that both these teams would be playing in round 5. Maybe not necessarily against each other, but the odds are certainly there. Novo lets that go over top before he'll bring it out. Everybody's starting to move forward now for Twisted Minds. Can they take the lead again? They've led several times here. They have not trailed in this game. It's Atomic waiting at Justin out there. That's going to be a turn from Rise, and just sailed high thanks to the defense of Cheese at the last moment. Then another shot on the right side. Atomic just continues to wear down GENG.
And Atomic didn't have a lot of boost for this. You were wondering, is he gonna go for this shot? Is he gonna play for the backward pass? Instead goes for that low bounce shot. You see all of the GENG players low on boost, couldn't get there in time. Well-placed shot is gonna give Twisted Minds the lead.
Back and forth and back again we go. What else do we have up our sleeve here between GENG and Twisted Mind? This is only game 1. Novo, nothing there. Magic Bear stops him. Cheese will try to bring this out.
Crazy.
Met immediately. Justin, double no and angled down on him. He could not line it up. Magic Bear to follow, and that's wide. Atomic to send it out to the corner, and Novo downfield, and GENG will have to reset. -1 player, but Rise is there to stabilize.
Gets another tip, but Cheese was ready for it. Magic Bear fills the space, pass infield. Cheese trying to get there in time, but Atomic shuts it down and hits it to open space. Now we'll chase it down. Switching over to the other side of the field, Cheese has scored all the goals for GENG. Can he do another one?
Down to just 20 seconds. Atomic trying to kill off as much of that time as he can. Cheese and Justin almost collide. Will Cheese get the midfield boost? He will. He's got to go to work now with 10 on the clock. Got it down for Justin. No, Novo's there. It's an open net, and that is game.
And if you saw the previous series as well, with GENG, they lost. And I'm trying to remember which team it was. I think it was against Dignitas, where they had a couple 50s go right over their hood, right into their net, and that play eerily similar, and that has to be a tough goal to stomach. Twisted Minds, though, with that insurance goal, locking in the game.
Nobody else really contributed on the offensive end, so now we go into game 2. Somebody else other than Cheese has to score, though he's had plenty so far on the weekend. Game 2 now at Forbidden Temple, as Twisted Minds one step closer to the playoffs.
We saw a couple of games where Magic Bear popped off in Birmingham. And we already saw Justin step up this LAN a few games as well. So, like you said, Cheese needs some backup. Scoring a Hattie last game. Use some support. We'll see if he gets any help.
Atomic's up there. He's got support. He's got a couple of options, and that just goes right behind him. Now Novo just try to keep the play alive. And he'll fall right onto that, and Rise just a little too far back for that pass. They could have just run right onto one, and Twisted Minds would have been up 1-0 easily.
Early jump from Rise, taps it right back down to the GENG corner. Magic Bear trying to preserve as much boost as he can. The 50 goes right to Rise, who claims it off the post. Rebound saved by Cheese. That was a great opportunity for Twisted Minds that they weren't able to convert.
That's where the solo prowess for a player like Novo comes into play. They can generate all these opportunities. Just break it down into beating one person 3 different times. He certainly can. Rise over towards Atomic. Doesn't quite have it lined up. Justin and Cheese both go. One of the hallmarks of these teams that have had a tumultuous run through the Swiss, James, as we've seen double commits galore from them and late call-offs to the point where, yeah, even if it's not technically a double commit, the damage has already been done.
Yeah, those double commits can lose you a series. You know, and it's also a sign of a bit of panic. Now we see Magic Bear stretching, trying to deny Nupo. But this flick perfectly shot. The precision was there. The catch jumps up to it, takes it to the side of the net, and really a tough one to stop for Magic Bear. And Nupo and Twisted Minds keep on trucking.
It looked like they were going to try to cover both sides of the net, but Justin got bumped out of the way. It only left one defender to cover everything. And I think they kind of caught a break. The defender that was going to go near side was forced to stretch, and just wasn't able to adjust in time. 1-0 the lead now for Twisted Minds. That's how game one started, but it was a back and forth affair, mostly because of Cheese. He's out of the frame right now with Justin going to the air. Cheese all the way back for a full can of boost. See if and when he gets involved in the attack, he'll be needed. As Rise in the corner has it taken away. Justin running on, has his shot stumped, and Twisted Minds will break out.
Atomic's gonna try to pop it up for Rise. Rise knocks it down! Again, Rise, he doesn't have a lot of boost. We saw Atomic hit a shot when he didn't have a lot of boost, goes up high for it. This time, Rise going for it. Magic Bear stretching, but can't get the block, and Twisted Minds continue on. I mean, they even in the last game, they had the lead the entire game, closed it out. You saw GENG fight, but it has been a fight from behind series so far for GENG.
GENG had a great fake lined up following that kickoff, but then the shot was wide anyways. If it's anywhere on target, they probably get one back on the board. Missed opportunities like that are going to be costly. You won't get a shot like that very often. Blocked away here. Looking for anybody to pass to as Justin. He may have just called his own number. There's nobody there to follow that up in the corner, and Twisted Minds, a leisurely stroll back to the midfield line.
Bo, not contested. Magic Bear instead moves upfield and lets Justin take the ball, and I do like that. That lets Magic Bear get in a more threatening position, more time for Justin as well, and has resulted in a nice attack here for GENG shaping up.
Lead 2 right now, and it could start to feel like so much more given everything that's at stake with these games now in round 5. Magic Bear won that through. Justin doesn't have anything to work with. Rise will go the opposite way. Kind of giving this one out to the center, and it's bombed downfield again. GENG have to reset. They do all have boosts this time. What can they do with it? Absolutely nothing. Nova's just going to collect this on the back wall, and Atomic will have all the time he needs to collect pennies and reset for the next charge.
And Cheese had to dodge the bump as well. You see that quite a bit. Players taking it off their own back wall, use the flip reset to get by the first player and go for a bump on the second. GENG were able to navigate that situation. Cheese hoping to get this ball down to Justin. Justin now moving in, has to bail out, and Cheese looks like he might have even run into Justin to slow down that attack, but Magic Bear trying to do things on his own. Justin was a little bit out of position because of that contact with Cheese earlier, and GENG weren't able to make the most of that chance.
Rise, a great 50 that sends that even further forward. Cheese has it way downfield, and that's a brilliant play by Atomic, all the way back to the corner to Novo. And now with 15 seconds left, GENG need little short of a miracle. Down to 10 seconds. Magic Bear drop down, blocked away by Atomic. That demo will certainly run GENG out of time, and Twisted Minds are 5 minutes away from the playoffs.
And this Twisted Minds team has been looking.
Celebrating our 10th anniversary here in Rocket League. It could be the end of GENG's run at the Raleigh Major. Gotta have 3 in a row, and it starts now.
I think for GENG fans, they're looking for the bear. We've seen all people in Raleigh with his mechanical plays, but has been quiet so far. Nupo has been playing well. Atomic and Rise both playing very solid for Twisted Minds. It's been a team effort. GENG needs that team to show up.
Oh, that's going to turn into an own goal. Wow. I mean,
did Shogun just say that's beautiful?
he sure did. Well,
They attempted into the corner.
Well, if you've ever watched him stream, you know he'd appreciate that. Cheese remains the only one to score officially for GENG. He's credited with that goal. Oh, quick pinch though. Gonna leave Magic Bear all alone at the goal line, and he makes the save. It was straight on. Now Rise trying to make up for it. And Justin will have that away to the side. GENG with their first lead of this series.
Atomic taking it to an air dribble. 50. Now down to Justin, who will boom it downfield. Low boost as well. Stays in the play, but didn't get much behind it. Was low on boost.
Cheese jackhammering that one away. Atomic there to follow it up. So we'll see how GENG operates with a lead. We haven't seen that yet in this series. How does the playstyle differ? Surely they can't just sit on this. I mean, they've already conceded 7 goals of their own. Justin has that fall away to Novo and all the way to the backboard. Cheese got to be careful, and he has it.
Big clear out, but it's right into the hands of Nupo. But Justin dives in on the plate, goes for a backward pass. Magic Bear gets the shot off. Atomic has to come in, but it was a triple commit there, it looked like, from Twisted Minds. Now a boom downfield will relieve some pressure.
Cheese takes charge from Magic Bear. Novo actually gets bumped away from the play by Cheese, so Magic will just bomb one downfield. And we're seeing kind of similar to how Twisted Minds has decided to operate with their lead. Just boom it downfield and invite the other team in. That one narrowly saved back off the post. As Novo will bring it to his own back line. Oh, maybe getting a little warm-up in for tomorrow.
It did look like a 1v1 setup. Atomic comes in, takes the shot, rebound, redirect, and that's the equalizer for Twisted Minds.
The extra pass and the redirect. Rise, selfless, over to Novo. 4 goals in the series for him, 19 in the Swiss stage. He leads everybody currently on the pitch. And maybe about to have another, bang, bang!
And this is a redemption goal for Rise. Rise right there on the cheat, gets the hit, the dash, the shot on target. Clean goal here. And now all that separates Twisted Minds from a spot in the top 8 and match it in front of the crowd is 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Can they hold on?
Having to make a quick save, and then GENG caught getting too aggressive, and the floodgates have opened.
Wow, just wow. Beautiful pass up, easy finish for Nupo. And this is where GENG will truly be tested.
Down to 240. Nubo. All the way at the back, just lets Cheese go right on by. Try to pinch it downfield past Justin. Rise is there, he could line up another double. That leaves Atomic all alone at the back. Cheese trying to dance around him, and Atomic's having none of it.
Atomic lays off, gives Nupo the ball. There's the flick. Magic Bear stops it, but uses up all his boost for it. Justin will pop it up, looking for Cheese. Atomic putting a hand up. Now Atomic getting that corner boost. We do see a demo from Cheese on Rise, and now a bump on Atomic. That opens the door for a shot. Rebound out in front of net. Cheese is too far out of the play, low boost, and has to chip it high off the corner just to play keep away.
The windows of opportunity have been there for GENG, and they've just been a little bit off the mark. A post here, a crossbar there.
Oh,
that's over Justin, and that is Rocket League.
You can see the devastation on Justin's face as well in the player cam. Justin not happy with how that play developed, and you could see, you know, we've seen a lot of that this event. Those pinch goals, the challenges, the 50s that go straight back into your own net, and honestly, most of them have been against GENG. That is devastating.
And especially now with a team that is chasing the game, it doesn't matter how many they give up if they can't score any of their own, so they're throwing caution to the wind with their tournament life on the line, and Twisted Minds are just picking it apart. Save made by Rise all the way at the back, and it just feels like a minute-plus long victory lap now for Twisted Minds.
We have seen some crazy things remembering back to the Gentlemates versus the Ultimates, but with that goal, Stacks, it feels like this game has been put away by Twisted Minds.
At the start of the day, the question was asked, will NA have the most teams of any region in the top 8, yay or nay? It is an emphatic nay. They will have just one. The one, NRG, will be the lone NA representative on home soil when we welcome our friends and family into the building tomorrow. Twisted Minds have been dominant here in round 5. Back and forth it went in game 1. They weathered that storm from Cheese and GENG and have had a stranglehold on the series ever since.
And it seemed like maybe GENG would be able to do something. And now we see the rebound out. Rise actually stealing this goal. You can see the smiles on the player cams.
Well, he made the save first and then scored his own. Oh, that's great. That's great.
He's helping Nupo out with his assists.
Yeah. He needed a few.
And
incredible.
Yeah, heartbreaking loss here for GENG, but for Twisted Minds and for the MENA region, I think this is such a huge result. Twisted Minds, a little bit disrespected in the power rankings by many.
Yep.
But you knew they had the potential, especially with a player like Nupo, especially with Rise, who's won a major, and Atomic as well, rounding out this squad. Twisted Minds will take down GENG, and they're going to the playoffs.
Twisted Minds and Falcons, we may have yet another opportunity to settle the score between MENA's two top dogs.